It was already dark out, and your friends challenge you to swim across the river with them. But it's too cold, and right now you don't have the energy that your friends do, but you can't be the boring one, so you give in. The water's too cold, and your arms feel heavier with every stroke, and the further you swim out, the more you lose energy, but you tell yourself that you'll look like a fool if you swim back to the shore. And before you know it, the land looks very distant in both directions. You have no choice anymore but to push through the fatigue and the cold, but your body is like failing to the cold river temperature. So the challenge doesn't matter anymore. The friend is too far ahead of you anyway. Maybe now you can take it easy as you get to the other side, but you can tell it's going to be a while. But now it feels like you have zero energy. And then the worst thing happens. You feel a cramp in the middle of your body and your limbs can no longer swim. At first comes the feeling of not being ready to yell for help, because it would be humiliating among the other men at the park that you are asking for help now. I mean, like, what man can't swim? What man can't swim for himself or finish something that he started? And so you tell yourself that you can push through this cramp. But the physical pain is too real, and it's obviously senseless to think that you're going to make it on your own at this point. So you yell to your friend for help, but he won't come back. So you yell louder so anyone at the park can hear you, because what if someone brought a life jacket? But then the hope that somebody will make it to you gets swallowed by the quick realization that people are too far to get to you in time, and you're too far from them, that no one could throw you a life jacket even if someone had one. And it doesn't help that it's completely dark since it's past 10. So there's more struggling, there's more panic, more yelling for help, more swallowing loads of water involuntarily through your mouth and through the nose, and still no help. Just random people shouting advice at you, and it's advice that only sounds absurd at this point. Then, finally, accepting that you have no control of the outcome, you accept the fear that you will likely black out from drowning, yet you're still hoping afterward that you'll open your eyes on the shore after someone swims in after you and pulls you out. So just let it happen, you think. But if I do awake, will I be awake with brain damage for the rest of my life? And then you remember how deep the river is, and so the idea occurs that no one might be able to pull you out, and your life will escape before anyone can get to you. You yell for help louder, but now at this point, yelling uses too much energy, so you can't. You barely have energy to stay afloat. Now you're wavering between the idea of accepting death. And since you're absolutely helpless, you remember your family back home and all the friends that you care about, how they will all feel now that you won't be living any longer. They have big dreams that you won't be there for. Your parents, dad, mom, how they're gonna hurt. And there was so much you still wanted to prove to them. And then as the water finally swallows you deep beneath its surface, you regret this night and this stupid challenge that you accepted, but you remember your belief in God, and you remember all those things that you know about salvation and about heaven, but you also think, what if it's not real? Then this is gonna suck. But if it is, you might as well cry out to God one last time. And then as you suffocate, and you still struggle, you black out for lack of oxygen. And that's it. That was the end of Earth for you.